Hi, friends. Yesterday, we began a discussion of the Holy Spirit. And I mentioned to you that although the day of Pentecost is the story that we Christians most associate with the work of the Spirit, it's not the first or the only time that the Spirit works in the Scriptures. So let's go back to the very beginning. In Genesis, it says, "In the beginning, when God created the heavens and the earth was a formless void, and darkness covered the face of the deep, while a wind from God swept over the face of the waters. Then God said, 'Let there be light,' and there was light." A wind from God can also be translated as the Spirit of God. So the Holy Spirit has been active since the very beginning, bringing order out of chaos and light into darkness. Throughout the Old Testament, leaders such as Moses, Joshua, David, and Solomon receive wisdom and power from the Spirit. The prophets, inspired by the Spirit, speak to the people on behalf of God and interpret current events in light of God's greater plan. And then as we move into the New Testament, Mary becomes pregnant with Jesus by the power of the Holy Spirit. John the Baptist proclaims that Jesus will baptize with the Spirit, and at Jesus' own baptism, the Holy Spirit descends upon him like a dove. At the end of Jesus' earthly ministry, he promises his disciples that the Advocate, which can also be translated as Counselor, Comforter, or Helper, the Advocate, the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, will teach you everything and remind you of all that I have said to you. After Jesus' death and resurrection, he sends the disciples to Jerusalem to wait until they have been clothed with power from on high. And that power comes in the form of a sound like the rush of a violent wind and divided tongues as of fire. And the disciples are filled with the Holy Spirit, which enables the proclamation and the reception of the good news of Jesus. We talked about that yesterday. The Holy Spirit continues to work through the apostles, both those who knew Jesus in his earthly life, like Peter, and those who were later converted, like Paul. The Spirit enables the apostles to proclaim the gospel of Jesus far and near, and to bring many to faith in Jesus. The biblical narrative ends with the Apostle John in the Spirit seeing a vision of a new heaven and a new earth, in which sin, despair, sorrow, evil, chaos of the first has passed away, and everything is made new. Order is restored. Creation returns to perfection. So from the very beginning to the very end, the biblical witness shows the Holy Spirit at work to bring order out of chaos, shining light into dark places, healing brokenness, forgiving sin, reconciling relationships, illuminating truth, restoring creation, and inspiring people to know and trust Jesus and to live and work for him. We'll think more about the Spirit's work in our personal lives tomorrow. By the way, if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please consider doing that. Once I reach a certain threshold of subscribers, it opens up some new possibilities with YouTube. Thanks for listening. I'll see you again tomorrow.